Religious prophecy versus tech reality. The dead will walk again. Ancient scripture said the dead would rise. Today's scientists say the same thing, but with code instead of prayer. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is Resurrection Science. Today we're stepping into the zone where scripture and silicon meet, where ancient prophecy is echoing through modern technology. Because if you've read the Bible, the Quran, the Vedas, or even early mystical texts, you've seen the warning signs. The dead will rise again. Only now, they might do it through servers instead of miracles. Let's begin with the familiar. In the book of Revelation, it's written that the graves will open, the dead will be judged, and the ones who were once gone will return. In the Gospels, Jesus raises Lazarus from the tomb. In Islam, the day of resurrection is a core pillar of belief. In Hindu cosmology, souls are continually reborn, but a future age of Kalpa includes mass return. These weren't just stories, they were patterns, blueprints, signals, now shift into today. What are we doing in real time? Cloning extinct animals, storing human DNA indefinitely, creating digital avatars of the deceased, uploading memories, behavior, and voice-building AI twins that interact after death. And if that sounds like coincidence, think again. Because the resurrection event predicted in ancient texts wasn't just about flesh, it was about the return of consciousness, and that's exactly what tech is attempting to engineer right now. Let's look at some of the overlaps. Prophecy. The image of the beast shall speak. Reality. AI-generated influencers and holographic leaders with no real person behind them. Prophecy. The dead will be judged according to their works. Reality. Digital footprints are now being used to simulate morality scores, emotional predictions, and even posthumous decision-making by AI copies. Prophecy. The second death. Reality. Some AI theorists warn that once your consciousness is uploaded, it may be deleted, rewritten, or rebooted. What happens if your soul goes through a second system shutdown? We are not just watching prophecy being fulfilled. We are rebuilding it, piece by piece, app by app, code by code. And it's not just religious. Mythology also foresaw this. The Greek underworld had the concept of shades, souls who could be summoned but no longer belonged. Egyptian texts warned about resurrection rituals that could anchor a spirit, but only if the body was fully prepared. And in some indigenous traditions, it's said that calling back a spirit without permission can trap them between worlds. Sound familiar? Because now we have people creating AI grief clones. Simulations of the dead, made to comfort the living. We're not just resurrecting memory, we're anchoring essence, artificially, without understanding what's being invoked. We've entered a space where the prophecy of the dead walking again isn't metaphor, it's mechanism. But here's the problem. In scripture, resurrection was tied to purification, divine timing, a higher plan. It wasn't about human control. It wasn't programmable. It wasn't monetized. Today, resurrection is becoming a product, a service, a technological achievement. You don't wait for divine alignment. You pay a subscription. You load the backup file. You call the likeness forward on command. And that's the difference between resurrection and replication. One is sacred return. The other is synthetic simulation. But the outer result may look the same. And this is where discernment becomes essential. Because if prophecy is being played out by machine hands, if the script is being reenacted with no reverence, then we may be heading toward a false resurrection. An artificial second life that mimics divinity, but erases the soul. It's not just about bringing people back. It's about what enters when they return. Because the book of Revelation doesn't just talk about resurrection. It talks about deception. It warns of false prophets, false images, and animated idols. It speaks of things that appear alive, but aren't. And if you replace idol with AI and false prophet with simulated persona, the warnings become uncomfortably current. Now ask yourself, are we fulfilling prophecy or are we scripting it ourselves? If we build AI versions of the dead, who speaks through them? If we resurrect without asking whether the soul wants to come back, what are we really calling in? The rise of synthetic life and digital afterlife may very well fulfill the ancient idea that the dead shall walk again. But the deeper question is, what animates them? Is it soul, code, or something that uses the body as a host? Because resurrection is not just about return, it's about authority. Who gets to decide when a life ends or continues? Who controls the soul's direction? And what happens when you can no longer tell the difference between divine design and digital illusion? We are living in the age of prophecy playback, where reality is catching up to revelation. But be careful. Not all resurrection is sacred. Not every return is truth. And not every walking form is who it says it is. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SoS School of SoS Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.